In this video, we are going to look at data validation. You can use data validation to restrict the type of data or values that users enter into cells. Let's look at an example. Now, let's say this document is shared to colleagues and two or more colleagues are to enter data into this table. You don't want colleagues to enter the wrong type of data in each of these columns. You want them to enter only numbers in the column titled all numbers, and you want them to enter only text in the column titled text length, only date here. You want them to have a drop down from which they can enter restricted values. So let's look at how to do this. You go to data and click on the arrow here under data validation and click on data validation. Now let's start with the all number column. You want colleagues to enter only numbers in this column. So highlight the column, go to data and click on the arrow beside data validation. Click on data validation. Right now you can enter any value in these cells. Click on this arrow here and choose all number. So choosing this number will restrict people to be able to only enter numbers into those cells. Click on OK. If you have a minimum and maximum number you want them to enter, you place the numbers here. Say you want them to be able to enter numbers between 0 and 100. So minimum number is 0 and maximum number is 100. Click on OK. So not only will colleagues not able to enter other types of values except numbers, the number that they will be allowed to enter will be between 0 and 100. So let's try this out. Type 20 and it works. But if you type 120 and press enter, an error comes up. The value you entered is not valid. That's because the criteria we have set for this column is that the numbers should be between 0 and 100. So this limits the entry of values for your colleagues. Now let's now go to data validation for text. So highlight the column where you want to apply the data validation. Go to data, click on the arrow beside data validation and click on data validation. Now this time around, click on this arrow and go to text length. Click on it and click on OK. But if you have a minimum number of characters you want your colleagues to enter and a maximum number, you enter them here. So let's say you want the minimum number of text to be entered to be at least 2 characters and a maximum of 10 characters. Click on OK. Not only will colleagues be able to enter only text-based values, the text-based values must be between a minimum of 2 characters and a maximum of 10 characters. So let's try it out. Let's type names. Ola, so she. This works. You are not getting errors because the characters are more than 2 characters and are lesser than 10 characters. But if I type, say, just 1 character, let's type just A, for example, and press enter, there will be an error. So let's cancel this. So if okay, let's look at dates. So I highlight again this column under the dates heading. Go to data, click on this arrow beside data validation, click on data validation again. Now this time around we want something pertaining to dates. Click on dates. You can specify or give a condition that you want people to be able to enter dates between a certain range. So let's say the start date you want is 1/1/24 and the end date is 30/1/24. So this limits the dates colleagues can enter. They can only enter dates between 1st January 2024 and 30th January 2024. So click on OK. There are other options too. You can choose not between, equal to, not equals to, greater than, less than, and so on. So click on OK. So let's enter some dates. 1/2/24. This did not work because we are entering February dates So let's retry. So let's enter 1/124. It works. Let's enter 24/1/24. So this 24th of January 2024. It works, but the moment you enter a date outside of that range of dates, you get an error. So let's enter 2/3/25. You get an error. You can also create a drop down. Say you want colleagues to select from a limited number of options, so you can give them a drop down to select an option from. So let's look at how this works. Highlight the cells you want to place drop downs, go to data, click on data validation, click on data validation again, click on this arrow and click on list. For the drop down you use a list. Click on list and you can type in the list of values you want colleagues to be able to choose. Say I want them to be able to choose among just 3 items. See, there are just 3 departments in the company: admin department, accounts, and marketing. So click on OK and you will see arrows. When you click on the cells, click on the drop down icon and you can choose between only these 3 options given to you. You can't choose outside of this option. And you can also get this list from a different table. Now say you have a list somewhere. Let's see this list. Say these are the list of items you want them to be able to select from. Zones: northwest, northeast, north south, south south, and southeast. If the options are large, you can reference the list in a different sheet. So highlight the cells you want to transform into drop downs, click on data, go to data validation and click on list. Now if you have a table that contains a list already that you want to use, click on this icon here and you can then go to where the table is. Click on this place and highlight the options you want to be in your list or drop down. Then you click on enter. Click on enter and click on OK. So now when you want to select an item from the drop down list, you would find the options listed there and you can choose amongst these options. So that's how to reference on that sheet to get a list or a drop down of those items from a different table. And that's how to use data validation in Excel. It has to control the kind of values you can enter in a particular cell in Excel.